everybody? We're back again to talk some more NFL football. We are knee-deep in NFL football. We're already past week 2.
And we're heading into week 3.
Already into week 3. It seems like it took the NFL 8 months to get here, and then it's going to be over before we play. But we do have football till February, so yay for that. But anyways, we're going to talk about the winners
and the losers.
Of week 2. We're gonna have a little fun talking about the winners and losers of week 2, and then we'll jump on in and quickly predict our winners and losers for week 3. But let's go and get started. Our Thursday night game was a barn burner that everybody. I can't say it was the Giants at the Washington, Washington Dubs. The Dubs.
And the Giants gave the Dubs a W. Like, here's your win. Take it take it or leave it. Here's your win.
Yeah, 30-29.
The Giants
Washington
jumped off sides on a field goal miss, and then moved it up, and they made the next.
And they made the next one. So
isn't that the Giants the past 5 years?
Yes, it is. There's been a lot of missed last second or made last second field goals here recently, hasn't there been? So yeah,
a lot of things happened.
But we'll get into that. We actually had Washington picked to win this one, didn't we? So yeah, no, we actually picked it was Washington was favored by 3.5 points, and we said the Giants probably have too much talent for that kind of line. So we picked the Giants plus 3.5 points. They only lost by 1, so we were actually right on that one. But we'll go ahead and jump on into Sunday. Sunday had some really good games on it. The Bengals at the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bengals tried their best to give this game away. And they finally did. Well, there was 3 interceptions from Joe Burrow on 3 consecutive plays. Interceptions, got the ball back. Interception, got the ball back. Interception. But then he had 2 touchdown passes on consecutive plays. Touchdown pass, come back, turnover.
Both teams are trying to give away the game to each other.
Yeah. I actually thought Cincinnati might even go up there and win because of the chaos they're having at quarterback. But Justin Fields got in.
And after an injured Andy Dalton
the Bears didn't look great, but they didn't look terrible. Honestly, that was a really evenly matched game, and the Bears just happened to come up on top of it. The Bengals will get better. I still think Joe Burrow. The Cincinnati, what do they need to get?
An offensive line.
Offensive line. The band's got to have some time, especially.
Do you know how many sacks that the Bengals allowed in just 2 weeks?
How many?
10.
Oh my goodness, 10 sacks.
That's the worst offensive line in football.
That's 85 sacks in a year. You can't give up 85 sacks and expect to win anything.
Oh, what a mess. Either that or they need
It's going to take 3 quarterbacks to get through 85 sacks because you're going to kill the first one and kill the second one. And then the third one is going to be about done by the time the end of the year is. Anyways, Bengals, get some offensive line help for your quarterback. We had the Texans at the BROWN Browns.
The Texans have shown a surprise this year, being spunkier and more competitive than I thought they were.
I was even thinking they could go 0-17, man. But they got rid of Bill O'Brien, which was the one that was destroying the team.
He literally killed their foundation.
He took that and crashed it into the ground. I guess with him gone,
the Texans look more energized.
Tyrod, I thought maybe Tyrod was at the end of his career, but he looked pretty good. He got injured.
But here's a rookie quarterback now that they drafted from Stanford with a very late pick because Bill O'Brien was Bill O'Brien and gave away all their first and second round.
Because they didn't have any first or second round picks to get a high draft quarterback. But anyways, the Browns did what they were supposed to do. They were the
more talented. They were
favored by 13.5. They didn't cover the spread because Houston. I'll give it to Houston. Houston's got some energy. They may not win. They may only be 8-9 at the end of the year, but
they look better.
They're going to beat some teams. They are
not supposed to beat.
Yeah,
they're pretty spunky. I like how the Texans have played with that little talent.
Mm-hmm. I said the Browns did what the Browns could not start out 0-2. They sort of stunk up the bed a little bit in week 1, didn't they?
Yeah, against Kansas City.
Yeah. They were up, but they didn't stink the bed. But they were up double digits in the second half.
Yeah,
and lost the game. So
But Cleveland has enough talent, more than enough, to make the postseason.
They'll definitely win. I still have them picked to win the division. So I think the Browns are going to be a really good team. We had the Raiders at the Steelers.
How about the Raiders?
Another one of my surprises of the year is the Raiders. They've been sort of middle of the road the past 2 or 3 years, and you just didn't know if they were going to make that next level jump.
This next level jump might be according to what we've seen in the first 2 weeks this season.
They look pretty good. I mean, they went to the Steelers and put up 26 on them and only allowed 17.
And won a thrilling overtime game against Baltimore.
Against Baltimore. So they beat Baltimore and Pittsburgh the first 2 weeks.
Those are playoff teams last year.
Not too easy. I mean, that's not 2 cupcakes. That's 2 pretty good teams you're playing there. So you might want to look out for the Raiders. We had the Saints at the Panthers.
Absolutely smothered.
My pick might be the best defense in the NFL right now. How about that? The Panthers may have the best defense in the NFL right now.
Did you see
they are just crushing people, man.
Did you see Jameis Winston and how they made
Winston
look?
He reverted back to the old Jameis bakery turnover factory real quick there, didn't he? With a little pressure up on that. How many sacks?
I think like 4 or 5 or 6.
I think, and then the first week they had 5, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a bunch of sacks in the first 2 games. They're one of the top 5 teams in the NFL in sack rate.
Yeah, so imagine. I mean, Cincinnati's giving up 5 a game, Carolina's getting 5 or 6 a game. Boy, does Carolina play Cincinnati? If they deal, they will murder Joe Burrow. 15 sacks that game. It will be just over with.
But Jameis Winston and the Saints just could not handle the flying Hornets Carolina Panthers.
Now, to give them just a little bit of credit, they were down 8 coaches because of the COVID protocol. So they didn't have those coaches directing individuals. So you got to give a little bit to them.
Yeah.
But Alvin Kamara got 5 yards.
And if you hold him to that few yards,
I don't know if you had those 8 coaches back, is he going to get more than? Is he going to get 15 yards? I'm just saying that defense was so good. I'm saying watch out for Carolina. I'm really looking forward to the Carolina Tampa Bay matchup.
They play them twice.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that matchup.
With a young and smothering defense, that should be exciting.
That's going to be a good game. My Cowboys went to the Chargers and got a dub. What? Where did this team come from? I'm not going to get too excited. Every year I get excited. They go 9-2 and then end up 10-6 because they will 1-5 to finish the season and losing the first game of the playoffs. I'm not going to get too excited, but that was a good win.
The Dallas defense under new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn replacing the hot sauce.
The hot sauce man. Oh God, the sauce man.
Dallas's defense has already forced like 6 or 7 turnovers.
Yeah, I know. And the Chargers are a good up-and-coming team. And to go from Dallas there and get a W, I mean, honestly, that was a pretty good win.
I guess that's what life free from Jason Garrett feels like.
Oh, are they finally getting some life again there? Nope, not. Jerry Jones will choke it out of them later. Don't worry about it. We had the Titans at the Seahawks, maybe the best game of the week.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
The Titans' offensive line, which shockingly has become a problem.
Yeah, well, they got a new offensive coordinator.
And so far, it's been a little out of sync in front.
And again, Tannehill didn't take the snaps in the preseason, so you don't have the cohesion. So, but they cannot start out 0-2. I mean, people were picking them maybe for the Super Bowl, at least in the AFC playoffs deep. You can't go 0-2 because you don't know how many teams made the playoffs last year going 0-2.
Very few.
0.
Yikes.
So it's hard to start out that way with the talent that's now and make the playoffs. So Tennessee could start out that way. They were down 14 points in the fourth quarter.
But Derrick
Henry said, "All right, boys, y'all just climb on my back right here. I got plenty of room, and I'll just carry y'all down to the end zone." And he broke off that a 65-yarder, 62-yarder.
Yeah, and then that broke.
That was it. That was it. From that point on, it was over. And Tennessee pulled it out in overtime. Kicking, what was it? It's a 56-yard field goal or something.
40-something yard field goal in overtime.
I was at Dallas won on a 56-yard field goal. So, yeah, I mean, that was a good – that may get them turned. They may go, all right, we're back.
The Titans are showing that they have the talent. Even with a different coordinator, Derrick Henry can still run like a wild bull.
He crushed it, dude. Yeah, he crushed it. We had the Chiefs at the Ravens, our surprise of the week.
The Chiefs' defense was shocking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Chiefs gave up 29 points in game one. They gave
to
up
Cleveland.
Which is a good team. They gave up 36 points to Baltimore this week, which is a good team. But that's an average of 32 and a half points a game.
And if that continues, that's going to be an issue going forward.
I would say they will not win the Super Bowl. They will not get to the Super Bowl if they give up.
Fix that defense.
No, you got to do something. Now, we got to give a little back. The Chiefs got a little cough happy. They got friendly. They said, here, have this turnover, have this turnover, have this turnover. I thought Jameis Winston was on the field there for a minute. They were giving so many turnovers there in the fourth quarter. Like, here, you want this one, you want this one, you want this one, you want this. But they did have a lot of turnovers. I mean, the Chiefs might have ended up beating them, 38-21
if they didn't have
those turnovers. But they did have the turnovers, and the defense didn't stop them
on the run
once they had the turnovers.
Which the Chiefs' defense is weak against the run, and Baltimore's specialty is
the
run game.
And there's a lot of good running backs in the NFL right now. So
especially Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, he's a quarterback. Well, he's a running back. He's both. So you have to be careful there. But I still like the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong.
You can't go against Patrick Mahomes.
You can't go against Patrick Mahomes. And they had a lot of turnovers late, which they normally don't have. But they need to do something with that defense. You can't give up 29 points one game and 36 points the next and expect to win. You can't do it. We had the Rams at the Colts. The Rams may be the best well-rounded team that's new right now. They picked up a lot of good players.
Looks reborn.
He's got a cannon for an arm, and he showed it off. I mean, he's out there throwing 50, 60-yard passes on 1st and 10 of the first game of the play of the game. He's out there throwing 50, 60-yard passes. So
the Rams overall as a team, Aaron Donald pretty much harassed Carson Wentz in the pocket.
No, it's Carson Wentz. He doesn't get the W back until he gets one.
Yes.
He has to win a game with the Colts before he gets the W back in his name. Right now, he's Carson Wentz. You got to get the dub, baby. We had the Bills at the Dolphins. I mean, the Bills.
The Bills cashed it.
They were mad, I think, from losing last week. They couldn't go 0-2 either.
So and the Bills just wedgied the Dolphins.
35 though.
It was also
Tua got his ribs hurt. He's going to be out this week too. So
that's a double ouch.
Jacoby, but we'll talk about Jacoby later. But yeah, 35-0. I mean, the Bills sort of handled that with some ease. It wasn't much of a challenge for them. We had the Patriots at the Jets. Same old Patriots.
Same old Jets.
Same old Jets.
We're sorry, Al, that you have to.
We love you, Al, but the Patriots. I mean, I think their name is on the deed for the Jets. They own them. There's nothing much they can do with them.
Their rookie quarterback had a
He had a tough game. Yeah, I mean, even in the interview afterward, the media people are already hounding him. Did you see ghosts? I mean, they were already giving him the ghost questions. They were already giving him the ghost questions, so they're already hammering him. He's 2 games in, and they're hammering the poor kid. I think
2 games? Why are they hammering after 2 games?
I don't know, but I still think the Jets could have a good team. It's just Belichick for some reason's got their number, and Mike Jones could be TB2.
Oh no!
He looks good, man. He looks good. I'll say 3 years from now, the Patriots are deep in the Super Bowl. What do you say about that?
Goodness gracious! We've already dealt with it enough.
We've already dealt that for 20 years. Here comes pot. Duh. Maybe, I don't know. We had the 49ers at the Eagles. The 49ers
squeaked out a win against the Eagles.
17-11. I don't know. The Eagles don't look too bad.
Yeah, but can you trust Shanahan's team to improve?
I don't know. Maybe. The 49ers have got a really good team. I think that the quarterback controversy might be playing a little bit into it. A lot of people saying that Garoppolo won't make it there past halfway through the season.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see what happens in San Fran with the quarterback situation.
Rumors are that he'll go to an AFC East team, maybe even the Dubs or the Giants one, maybe.
The Dubs need a quarterback.
I think the Giants got a good quarterback. They just don't have a good team, to be honest. But hey, we'll see. We had the Broncos Jaguars. Broncos are actually, I think they're pretty good. Teddy Bridgewater is, again, he's showing that he'll be pretty good.
It looks like Von Miller and Bradley Chubb are going to actually be on the same field with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to actually get some sort of healthy. And
their defense is good. That might be the number 2 defense.
The Denver, that's
Denver's
what they've hung their
defense,
hat
yeah.
on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty good quarterback, but he's not a franchise going to be there for 15 years, win the 3 Super Bowls quarterback. He's just not. But he's not a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he's not Joe Montana. He's not Peyton Manning out there at Denver. Yep. He's not that guy.
Yeah. But I think
but their defense is really good, and if he can manage the team and that defense stays healthy, they could go pretty deep in the playoffs. I mean, think about the AFC West.
That's a tough division now when you look at it.
You got the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Raiders, all 3, and the Chargers.
All looking to fight each other's limbs off in that division.
There may be some infight, there may be some killing. They may kill each other out of the playoffs because they got to play each other twice. That's going to be some good stuff. We got the Vikings at the Cardinals.
Oh, Minnesota! My gosh!
How many times are they going to miss a field goal by 6 inches to lose a game? I lost count, man. I took off my socks and I counted. And I think I lost a count of I don't have any more appendages to count. They're all gone, and they keep missing that field goal just a little bit. It was wide right this time, which is that's the playoff slogan. Wide right.
Oh my goodness!
And the Vikings are a good team, and I thought they were going to crush. The Cardinals are a good team. I thought they were going to crush the Vikings. They went up fast, hard, strong on them. Vikings came back, got that field goal, and
whiffed it.
Absolutely. And the Vikings announcer, if you get a chance listening to the Vikings announcer call the field goal, because he's like, and he made it. No, he missed it. No. It's so hard. It's heartbreaking. It's like, all my poor Viking fans out there.
They have to deal with so much crap. So many.
And that wasn't a bad. It wasn't a long field goal.
It wasn't a long field goal. He just kicked it wide of the posts.
It was like 2 feet.
Doesn't that just define the Minnesota Vikings franchise in a nutshell?
I don't know, man. But Arizona, I said Arizona's a really good team, and that's just
painful.
That just rips the guts out of you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We also on Sunday had the Falcons at the Bucks.
The Falcons get wedgied.
Oh, they beat the crap out of them. 48 to 25.
Do you know what's a funny stat
almost doubled them up. What's that?
Matt Ryan has thrown more touchdowns to Buccaneer cornerback Mike Edwards than he has thrown to any of his Falcon receivers this season.
Ow.
Mike Edwards brought 2 pick sixes back, and he's only got one to Calvin Ridley and one to, Sanu or somebody.
That's horrible, man. The Falcons have went downhill rather rapidly. Of course, they got a brand new head coach, and it was the Titans offensive coordinator, which is a good coach, I think. I don't know how much of a good head coach he'll be because we haven't seen him, but he was a good offensive coordinator, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And then Monday Night Football, we had the Lions at the Packers. I thought at halftime when they were losing 17-14.
Oh no.
Man, the Packers may be packed up. You might as well pack it up and go home. Because they still did not look crisp.
But the second half came.
The second half came.
Away.
Yeah, but if you notice, and the Lions were playing a really good defense. The same defense that they lost to in the first game. They were playing the same defense. They were playing the cover 2 defense, which makes it really hard to throw the ball because it's congested in the backfield. So they made the Packers run, and the Packers actually stuck to the run, and they ran until they softened that up, and then Aaron got a couple shots in, and then all of a sudden the defense went to crap. So that actually worked out really for them. And the first week, instead of hitting the run, they got down so fast to the Saints
that they couldn't do it.
They went into 2-minute mode the entire game, just trying to catch up, and it
didn't work.
And they had 3 points at the end of the game. So that just shows you if you stick to what works. I mean, even if you're down 21-0 and they're playing 2 deep cover, run the ball, soften them up, get some points on the board. Once you get some points on the board, you can get the mo going. But yeah, the Packers did look pretty good. in the second half.
Yeah.
And they needed that badly too. If they would have went 0-2 start out the season,
there would have been so much drama.
There would have been a moving truck sitting outside of Lambeau the next day. So, but hey, I'm really, that's one of the stories of the year now. Even now that it is going, I want to see just what they do. I want to see what the heck happens there, man. Now, I want to see what happens after the season. I want to see the whole thing. But that's it. That is our recap.
And we'll very quickly go over week 3.
Yeah, we'll just jump into week 3 here. We actually have a Thursday night game that's worth watching. We got the Panthers at the Texans.
I want to pick the Panthers because that defense has shown itself to have a lot of viciousness.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 10-point win. I think it's the Panthers are only favored by 8. I think you take the Panthers minus that 8. We'll jump into the Sunday games. We got the Bears at the Browns. We're going to take the Browns on that one.
Obviously.
Yeah, the Bears barely squeaked by a Cincinnati team
that had a bad offense.
That turned the ball over 82 times and still only beat them by 7. So I think the Browns win this one pretty comfortably, 7 to 10 points. Ravens at the Lions.
I think Lamar picks up win number 2 here.
Yeah, I think the
Ravens have
the Lions
a better
are
team.
reeling a little bit. Yeah, we'll take the Ravens in that one also. We got the Colts at the Titans. We're going to take the Titans.
Because until Carson Wentz gets a W, he doesn't get it back.
He doesn't get his W back in his name until he gets one. So we're gonna take the Titans on that one. We got one of the games of the week. Chargers at the Chiefs.
I'll pick Kansas City because of pure talent experience.
Kansas City's going to be mad. I think it's a 7-point game. Yeah. We got the Saints at the Patriots.
Interesting game.
That's a tough one to pick. Which Jameis Winston is going to show up? The 5-touchdown one of game 1, or the 3 interception one in game 2.
I'm going to pick maybe the Pats.
I would probably have to pick the Pats just because they're at home. It's probably a pick-em game. If they were on a neutral side, it'd probably be 0. I would say...
Since it's in New England, I'm going to give it to the Pats.
Get it to the Pats. Yeah, we got the Bengals at the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers... Yeah, their defense is pretty good. Plus Najee Harris, the rookie out of Alabama. Let me tell you a secret. He's good. I know. He's good.
The Steelers' defense is one of the top pass rushing units in the NFL, and the Bengals' offensive line is the worst offensive line in the league. They've
got 5 players up front to block. They got a center and then 2 saloon doors because they just let people run right through them. It's bad. Yeah, we definitely got the Steelers in that one. We got the Packers at the 49ers. This one's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah, but
the 49ers are favored by 3 and a half.
The 49ers have beaten the Packers 2 out of the last 3 times.
Do the Packers go 1-2? Do the Packers go 1-2?
San Fran has the talent to defeat them, definitely. Mm-hmm. But I think Aaron's going to be angry.
I will probably take Aaron
and the Pack.
plus 3.5. If it was a 2-point game, I might lean towards the 49ers. But with it being 3.5, I've got to take plus 3.5. Because 30-27 is still a winner. So, you know what I'm saying? We got the Dubs at the Buffalo Bills.
Pretty easily.
That's going to be a pretty easy one. That one's going to be that's going to be a 10-point game. Falcons at the Giants. I mean, that's like picking between or eh. I'd probably pick the Giants again because I don't know. They've probably got equal talent, really. Barkley's a better running back.
So let's just pick the Giants.
We'll pick the Giants and just move on because they both suck. The Cardinals at the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are terrible this year, and the Cardinals are looking for a playoff spot.
This might be my lock of the week. It's only a 7-point advantage. This may be a 34-17 game.
The Cardinals should breeze by.
Yeah, I think it's 10+, to be honest. We got the Jets at the Broncos. At the Broncos, you got to take the Broncos.
Mile High is very tough to play at.
Dolphins, Raiders. Tua is out this week,
and
like
Carr
we mentioned.
And Jacobs should be back this week.
It's only a 4-point spread there. I would take the Raiders minus that 4 and put a little extra on that one, too. We got the Bucks at the Rams.
Game of the week.
That is just going to be fantastic. Bucks at the Tampa Bay's favored by 1.5 at the Rams, which means they would be 4.5 if they were at home, which is probably about right.
I would say that Tampa Bay. I would say that the Los Angeles, the Rams, have enough talent to beat them.
They do.
But screw that. We have Tom Brady.
We got Tom Brady.
We got the horseshoe.
You got the horseshoe, and you got Gronk out there running around like he's 23. They want to break the touchdown record that Peyton and Marvin Harrison has. So
screw logic.
Screw logic. You got to go with Tom Brady. You got the Seahawks at the Vikings. I'm going with the Seahawks. I don't think the Vikings are going to start out 0-3 if this happens.
That's
which means
the Vikings.
Rebuild. And then Monday Night Football, we got one that I care about. We got the Eagles
at the Cowboys.
Might
be a toss-up.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
You want to take the Bullies?
I mean, honestly, they're probably going to start out, like I said, 9-2, maybe 8-3. I mean, they're going to start out pretty good, and then they'll fall off at the end like normal. So I'm going to pick them to win early, and then and the next time they play the Eagles, I'll pick the Eagles. Because they won't beat them late in the season. They'll beat them early in the season. Anyway. But yeah, that's it for football, for NFL football this week. We hope you had a little fun with us.
Yeah.
Leave us some comments below. Tell us what you think. Are we doing pretty good? We're doing pretty good. All right, do you want something else you want us to talk about? You want to hear something else? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button.
Groovy baby button.
Hit the groovy baby button over there somewhere. Other than that, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.